Hi, it's day 2 on my YouTube journey. It's January 2nd. Again, I'm not big into resolutions, but 2 that I've had is I want to be consistent with this, which is something I've never done before. And my second is I want to resume cooking for myself again. I have this tendency to, when I don't feel good or when things are upsetting to me, my appetite goes down, I stop eating, and I stop cooking for myself. Like, I don't see the point. I think that's a lot of it is I don't see the point in doing it. But I'm telling myself a new story and sticking with it of that. That's the point is not, or what's the point is not serving me. I'm needing to cook for myself to care for myself. I do a lot of other things to care for myself, just in different ways, but cooking for yourself, I think, is a highly underrated and undervalued. And then sometimes, like, I wrote down for this weekend, I said, go to the grocery store and buy stuff and then cook it. And I said, cook them with a heart. So I have to buy and then cook. It's such a concept, right? Especially when you're cooking for yourself, I think, and I'm guilty of it, not having much incentive. One thing I wanted to talk about is like synchronicities. How basically you feel like you're very connected to the universe or your higher power or something bigger than you. For me, it's like the Great Spirit, I refer to it as. And basically with this Great Spirit, I'm communicating with the universe in different ways. So I'll give you an example. I do oracle decks, like an oracle set I have where I pull a card. After I shuffle in a certain way, I pull a card. I ask a question that's on my heart. I pull a card and then continue. So I'll give you an example is I pulled this card New Year's Eve, and it talked about gathering feathers. So gathering feathers up and then creating something with those feathers. So in my day-to-day, I don't see a lot of feathers. So I went outside right after that thinking, ooh, maybe I'll find a feather. We'll see. So I walked, I even followed, I listened to where the birds were. I kind of walked where they had been, seeing if perhaps a feather. Nothing. Sometimes the universe doesn't happen that quickly. But then the next day, yesterday, I started house sitting and I'm taking care of some chickens. And then guess what? There's feathers there. And I noticed them yesterday. I didn't pick them up or anything, but I just noticed. I was like, oh, here we are, feathers. Then today, this morning, I took care of the chickens, fed them, checked on them. And I gathered actually 4 feathers total that I don't really intend to use them or do anything with them, but just the connection. I wanted to also leave you with this quote is, "This loneliness is not emptiness, but rather spaciousness, creating rooms for the gifts waiting to come through." This is from Sarah Blondin. She is a writer, and I will link her below to give her credit where it is due. Very inspiring. So, this loneliness is not emptiness, but rather spaciousness. And it's okay to be lonely. It's totally okay. And I think the more that you sit in it, the more you're at peace with it, which is, peace is hard to come by, and peace is expensive. Yeah. Okay. Good night.